Why do narcissists always lie? The shocking truth you need to know. That's the title of this video. Have you ever walked away from a conversation feeling confused, doubting yourself, and emotionally drained, wondering, did that really happen? Or am I imagining things? Well, you may not be crazy. You may have just dealt with a narcissist. A narcissist is a selfish, self-centered, self-absorbed, egocentric, egotistic individual. It's all about me with a narcissist. These are creatures who focus on their own needs. They use you, then they discard you. They believe they are more special, more important than everybody else. They need constant attention, constant validation, constant praise, acknowledgement, recognition from you. Now, narcissists lack empathy. Narcissists are master manipulators. They don't lie like ordinary people. Narcissists lie to control. They lie to protect their ego. They lie to rewrite reality. Now, let me break this down in a simpler language so that you can understand why narcissists always lie, and so that you can also know how to protect yourself. Number one lie that narcissists use is that I never said that. They love saying, I never said that. That is memory thief. Now, this is the favorite lie of narcissists. I never said that. Imagine this. Yesterday, they insulted you. Today, when you confront them, when you confront that narcissist, they look straight into your eyes and say, I never said that. Now, suddenly your mind freezes. You replay the moment again and again. You start doubting your own memory. Now, this is called gaslighting. This is when the narcissist makes you question your own reality. You question your sanity. They make you feel like you are crazy, you're mad. There is a woman who once recorded arguments in her journal because her partner denied everything. One day she read back his exact words. Instead of apologizing, he said, you are obsessed. Now, the lesson is that a narcissist will deny the truth, even when proof is staring at them. So, if someone keeps rewriting the past, they're not confused, they're controlling. The lie number two that narcissists love using is, you are too sensitive. This is the emotional killer. When narcissists hurt you, they don't say sorry. They say things like, you are too sensitive. It was just a joke. You always overreact. Now, this lie is designed to silence your feelings. Let me give you a short story. A man once told his friend, every time I express pain, she laughs. Over time, he stopped speaking, not because he healed, but because he learned his feelings were unsafe. Now, that's the goal here. To train you to stop reacting, to stop questioning, to stop standing up for yourself. So your emotions are signals, not weaknesses. The line number three that narcissists will use is that they'll say, everyone agrees with me. Now, this is the isolation trap. This one is very dangerous. A narcissist may say, your friends think that you're difficult. A narcissist may say, even your family agrees with me. A narcissist may say, everyone knows you are the problem. So most of the time, they never spoke to anyone. Most of the time, they never spoke to anyone, or they just twisted the story. Now, this is a tactic narcissists love using, which is called triangulation. Triangulation, they bring in a third party. This makes you feel alone. It makes you feel unsupported, and it makes you feel small. So there's a woman who withdrew from her friends because her partner said, they all talk about you. Years later, she discovered they were waiting for her, confused about why she disappeared. So the wisdom here is that isolation is the playground of manipulation. So the big question is this: why do narcissists lie so much? Now, the answer is because of self-preservation. Narcissists lie to avoid accountability. They lie to protect a fragile ego. They lie to maintain power and control. They lie to escape shame, guilt, and responsibility. Healthy people admit mistakes. Narcissists attack reality. Maturity apologizes. Narcissism manipulates. So how do you protect yourself from narcissistic lies? First of all, you need to know that you should trust your reality. If it hurt, it mattered. Write things down. Clarity beats confusion. Set boundaries. You don't need permission to protect your peace. And seek support. Truth grows stronger in safe places. So the wisdom here is that when you stop arguing with a narcissist, you start healing. Now, narcissists are not just dishonest, they are professional reality benders. They twist facts, they deny obvious truths, and they lie with so much confidence that you begin to doubt your own memory, emotions, and sanity. And one reason why narcissists lie so much is because they lie to survive. For a narcissist, lying is not a bad habit. It is a survival tool. Narcissists lie to protect their fragile ego, to avoid shame and accountability, to control people and situations. They lie to look superior, to look important and flawless. Now, the wisdom is that a narcissist doesn't chase truth, they chase image. So, narcissistic personality disorder, in simple terms, is when someone thinks they are special or superior, or when someone craves constant admiration, when someone lacks empathy for others, cannot handle criticism, and when someone manipulates to stay in control. So inside they are deeply insecure, outside they act confident. A cracked mirror still reflects an image, but it's never whole. That's a narcissist's self-esteem. Remember, the loudest ego often hides the weakest identity. So narcissists lie so easily because the truth threatens them. Truth brings responsibility, accountability, exposure. Narcissists fear all three. So they rewrite stories, they change facts, they shift blame, they play victim, they create false narratives. When truth knocks, narcissism hides. Now, what are the common red flags that a narcissist is lying? Now, their stories will change. Details never stay the same. A narcissist is lying if they get angry when questioned. They blame you or others. Their words don't match their emotions. There's a man who once said, every time I asked a simple question, it becomes a war. And that's not communication, that's defense mode. Defensiveness is often dishonesty in disguise. And some narcissists believe their own lies. They convince themselves that their version is real. Others know they're lying, but the narcissist will still justify it as necessary. So, in short, narcissists rarely admit the truth. A lie repeated a long time or long enough begins to sound like truth, even to the liar. One tool or one weapon the narcissist uses is gaslighting. This is when someone makes you question your reality by saying things like, that never happened. You are imagining things. You're too sensitive. You're overreacting. When a woman started writing things down because her partner died, because her partner denied everything, her notes saved her sanity. When reality is questioned, documentation becomes protection. Remember, overt narcissists are loud, arrogant, and they openly exaggerate things. They lie boldly and confidently. But covert narcissists are quiet, passive-aggressive, play victim, lie subtly through guilt and manipulation. Not all snakes hiss, some smile. Now, narcissists lie, and these lies causes emotional damage because victims will often feel confused, drained, anxious, doubtful of themselves, emotionally exhausted. So many people will ask, why do narcissists lie? But the deeper question is, why did I stop trusting myself? Wisdom. The wisdom here is that manipulation works best when self-trust is broken. So when you catch a narcissist lying, you cannot change. You need to know that you cannot change a narcissist. You cannot force honesty, and you can only protect yourself. So stay calm, don't argue endlessly, set firm boundaries, limit engagement, seek support, practice self-care. Remember, peace begins where explanation ends. So this should sink in that you're not too sensitive. You are not imagining things. You're not weak. You're not alone. Narcissists lie because the truth exposes them. Your awareness is your freedom. Thank you for watching this video. Remember, understanding narcissism is the first step to emotional freedom. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you've not done so. Thank you.